Generic ad read moment because Cameron is fleeing his country's authorities. We just got a new merch store with a better site, lower prices, but most importantly, higher quality merch all around and a new Folk and Dagger mug and stickers. We also got a Black Friday sale going on, and the first 25 orders using code BLKFRDY get 10% off their order and a personalized message by me. Head on down to pleasestopshopping.com and check out the new store and buy a mug for you, your friends, your family, and everybody around you.
3, 2, 1. Bam.
Then Ken guess us to do one more.
No. Why is everybody always saying that shit? I fucking hate that.
I was getting ready to do it too.
Bro, no, he's been saying that to every fucking guest, and then I always get messed up.
You have to guess which
he
clap.
always says it at the perfect time for it to be confusing.
Yeah, and then at the start of several episodes, Corbin will just add another clap like 17 seconds later.
I did 4 small claps before the clap sync, so don't get confused.
Oh, I'll figure it out.
And then 3 other small ones after it.
I've actually not stopped clapping.
I'm non-stop clapping. I'm just so happy.
You can't
to be
hear it.
here.
It's because I have RTX voice enabled.
Yeah, I turned RTX voice back on. I just turned it off so I could get the clap sync, and then I turned it right back on.
Well, I think it was the reason I do that is because the first time I was a guest on the podcast, Avery said that to me, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
I did do that,
and then I clapped again, and it pissed David off, and I go, "Uh oh."
Avery's poisoning the well.
And we're all fucking chugging the water. Welcome to the podcast.
Usually the person who says the weird thing isn't the one who says welcome to the podcast, but I'm fine with it.
You'll allow it.
I thought it was a good segue. You can't fucking segue cuck me.
For once, let's not argue about the start of the podcast.
No,
the water is warm and still. Let's not move the water around.
So the water is poisoned, but is it wet?
Yeah, it's wet. Water is wet.
No, it's not.
Water is by nature wet.
Water is polar.
It's a natural state of wetness.
You know what's horrifying? I had this realization recently, like, every time Corbin and Brendan are together, it's just a fucking nightmare. Like, legit, like 5 minutes before you got there, dude, Avery, like, Ten and I were trying to fix his RTX problems. They were literally just doing sound effects with their fucking like soundboards, like for fucking 15 minutes straight.
Yeah, no,
back
what
and
I'm
forth.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Awful.
It's like that every time, and you just realized it. Is what I'm struggling to grasp.
All my friends are ghoulish. Stop! No. You
can't do that. You can't do that right now.
Corbin and I are like Cho'Gall or like Pacific Rim. When we're apart, we're stronger together.
You're drift compatible.
Yeah, we are drift compatible. All right, Corbin, let's boot up Fortnite. They added mechs back in. You take Gunner, I'll take movement.
I'm so
Did they
tired of
actually?
this.
Yeah, they added mechs back into Fortnite.
No, we're not talking about Fortnite.
Mechs are so
We're not talking about
overpowered.
Fortnite. We're not talking about Fortnite. This is my
rules?
veto. We should have a fucking veto system.
I was gonna say, do we get a veto?
We should have a veto system.
I have absolutely vetoed stories before, so I think that system is already in place.
Oh, good luck trying to tell a story funnier than mine. I'm just gonna veto that shit.
What is this?
Corbin's inventing competitive conversation.
Oh, hey, 10. This is the first time you've been on. How are you?
Hi, my name is 10. I fixed all of my audio equipment, and it's been 3 months since my last witch encounter.
God damn. Forgot that's how you opened last time we tried to do this.
I have to talk about the witch.
I guess, yeah.
I guess. Let's get her over with.
Whoa, how do you know it's her?
It's a witch.
What, isn't the male of
rung at
witch?
you.
Also, isn't a male witch not a witch? Isn't a male witch like a warlock?
I didn't have the bell rang at me, Avery, but I did have, when I came home from the trip, my sister told me that she heard a loud bang in my room, like something fell off a shelf, and she was looking around and couldn't find anything, and I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. And then I turned around and I was like freaking out. I was like, the witch is actually here.
Yeah. Oh, also, you should mention if you're bringing up the witch that you were the one driving the van when we were almost sucked into the false come and go dimension.
Yeah.
I saw the open gate and I said no, and I gunned it, and then we got lost.
We got lost in the Get Out neighborhood. We don't need to retread that though, dude. Having to re-record an episode fucking sucks.
It feels
the energy
so
is
strange.
always.
I know,
the
it's
energy
like-
is always super fucking weird at the beginning.
Yeah, that's why I'm just drinking like a motherfucker, so I have no more inhibitions. I can just go
Jesus
in and
Christ.
That's not a
Yeah.
healthy way to.
Let me
deal with this.
seg you because I have a small story and a big story that I'd like to tell today. So let me start with the small story.
tell us your little big story.
So my great aunt, my grandma's sister, has decided to barge in and live with my grandma. Just kind of like, hey, I'm living here with my dog now. You guys have 2 cats and a dog. I live here now. Love her to death, but she also has to get surgery soon because she has the big brain problems. She has to get an surgery for an aneurysm for like the 3rd time. So she's staying with my grandma, and she has this big dog named Julie. I woke up the other day, and my grandma calls me and immediately is like, "Hey, me and my sister, me and your great aunt, we're gonna go out. Can you watch my dog?" And my wife is immediately like, "Yeah," and I'm no, I don't want to, but okay, your family. I don't want to be guilt tripped. So we get Julie over here. First off, they say they're gonna drop her off at 3. They drop her off at 12:30 while I'm midstream. Not quite a dog person, but I'm not an anti-dog person. But I was trying to work, and they drop her off, and I try to take her outside, take her outside for a little bit so she can go to the bathroom, feed her, get back to the stream, lock the door, because my cat Bubby hates dogs, so I have to separate them from rooms. The second I close the door, though, Julie starts screaming, and I don't want to lock Bubby anywhere, so I have Julie upstairs right next to like where everything is. I have the door slightly open so she can get outside. I tried to make her as comfortable as possible, and it was just a ham and a hassle double checking the dog every 10 minutes. Supposed to have her till Thursday, and my wife gets home. And the dog is taken care of. She's happy. My wife takes her for a walk, watches over her, and then we try to go to sleep. So I have Bubby in the basement with her food, water, and her litter box, and I have Julie upstairs. Julie won't come into our bedroom. She won't sleep with us. She just is barking and nonstop barking, screaming, howling, wailing. And I was told, oh, she's very well trained, very well behaved. And she's a sweet dog. But I ended up getting 2 hours of sleep, and I will never dog sit again. I had to call my brother and tell him to come pick the dog up. I will never dog sit again. I can't do it.
I like dogs. I'd like to have
David,
a
you have a
dog.
weird thing with dogs.
What?
I had a weird thing. Now
Are you
I'm
over
good.
that?
Yeah, I
You're
got
not-
over that. It was a weird dude. What the
That's
fuck is
very,
wrong with
very
you?
strange.
It was
like,
really weird and
classification of dogs
specific.
that you had.
Yeah,
It wasn't
was-
that specific. It was
It's
very
'cause-
vague, but it was just a weird place to draw the line.
It's because okay.
Can I explain how
Yeah,
you
explain it.
to me?
You explain it, and then I'll
'Cause
explain the
we were in-
context behind that.
We were in Colorado, and every time we would see like a dog on the street, David would like move as far away on the sidewalk or like across the street to try and get away from the dog. And I asked him, why are you so weird about dogs? He's like, it's not all dogs. I don't like floppy dogs. Sharp dogs I'm fine with. Floppy dogs, not into it.
What the fuck?
I know exactly what you mean.
I was really.
I mean,
yeah, everybody
I get
gets it. It's like
I
that one.
understand what you're describing. I can't understand the reasoning. Why are
It's
you
like
good with sharp dogs but anti floppy dog?
I think
not
it
to the
would
point
be-
of like I prefer sharp dogs to floppy dogs, but I can deal with sharp dogs in my life. If you have a floppy dog, stay the fuck away from me.
It's like that. You know, like those two drawings where one is a blob, one is a spiky blob, and one is
Yeah.
called like Booba, and the other one's called like
Kiki.
Baka or whatever. Yeah, sure. Like,
Baka, yeah.
yeah, it's like that. Except I chose violence.
What
Like,
does that
what?
mean?
I chose Kiki.
Do you know what choosing?
Kiki.
David hits dogs. That's the point of this story.
No. Okay, not anymore. I have changed my mind. But the thing is, when I was a kid, I went to a park with one of my friends who had a floppy dog, a booba dog. Wait, no, don't. Actually, I'm going back. A Kiki. No, fuck.
No, you've committed yourself to this comparison.
Oh.
This is what happens when David learns about something.
Being committed.
I should just give up on learning. It's just always comes back at me. But yeah, she had a floppy dog, and that floppy dog was not very well trained.
Is floppy dog a Kiki?
No, because Kiki is the aggressive one. Kiki is pointy, Booba is not. And I don't think it's Booba.
So it's a booba dog by your description.
Yeah. Okay, so fine, fucking Booba. The fucking Booba dog was like rabid, spitting, shitting, whatever. Just absolutely awful dog. And that dog ran after me and like started playing, but like really aggressively, and like basically completely just started chewing my leg, and I was bleeding like a motherfucker. It is Booba.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was Booba, but yeah, Booba dog was fucking biting me, and I was
so confident saying booba dog.
yeah, because now I know that it's the actual thing. But yeah, I had to go to the fucking doctor for that. It was really bad, and ever since I had a thing against those guys, the Booba dogs. Fuck that. I was all about those Kikis. Those Kiki dogs.
Do you approach everything in your life with that us versus them mentality? One floppy dog was fucking spastic when you were a kid, so now you hate floppy dogs for all of time.
I was kind of like that, but the thing is, I was a Kiki dog enjoyer, because the Kiki dogs, the pointy ones.
David.
What?
I didn't see the chart. Do you know how fucking unhinged you sound? I had no clue what was happening that entire time. I was
David,
just
you
like,
understand that people are going to listen to this and not see that in the chat, right?
Yeah, I know, but like,
How does nobody know about Booba and Kiki?
No, I know about Booba and Kiki.
I
That's the thing,
had
everybody-
no clue what was happening. And
Yeah, I had
just
no
saw
idea.
What?
I saw you providing
you
a
kept saying
chart.
Booba. You kept
David
saying
literally
Booba, and I
assumes
was
everyone on the planet watches Tom Scott. That's what I've learned today.
Who the fuck is that?
He did Edgeworld.
I learned it in psychology. He did Ed's World. Fuck you.
Oh no! Why would you bring up Ed's World?
We don't need to stay on it.
We don't need
Okay.
to stay on it.
I have a
Unless
story
Brendan-
about a dog that has
Anyways.
been dead for 40 years.
Oh
David wanted me to tell the story.
yes.
So this is a story about my dad specifically. So he works a job where he's on call like 24 hours a day, 6 days a week. They call him, he goes. And one time he gets back from his job just like a little happier than usual. So I was like asking him what was up. And he tells me that he ran into the mailman that used to deliver mail when he was a little kid. And the reason he was so happy is because this mailman was attacked by his dog Sparky when he was a little boy. They had to put the dog down, and he was super fucking pumped because he ran into this mailman at work today. My dad drives a hearse, by the way. So that's the important part here. But he was just like, yeah, it was like super fucking great. I was going to take a look at his leg and see if he really had a scar on there. Because my neighbor, like 2 streets away, said that he never walked with a limp on their street. But every single time I saw him, he was always walking with a limp. He's like, I got to see, does he have a scar there? He's like, it's a really good thing it was a house call with one of my coworkers, because I would have thrown this guy down the fucking stairs. And one time I got him kind of drunk and I asked him about it again. And he was like, yeah, it's a really good thing I was wearing a mask, because I had a huge smile on my face in front of his family. I know I never told you that part, David. I told you the first part. Because
I fucking love that.
yeah.
I fucking hope I have a nemesis like that at some
Oh
point
my
in
God,
my
yeah.
life.
That is,
And
imagine
you get
having
to
a
win.
relationship.
I don't
this
even
fucking
need to
close
win.
somebody.
I'm good to be the guy getting laughed at as a cold, shitty corpse. I just want a nemesis like that, man.
Whose fucking dog are you gonna kill?
That's a good question. Yo, Brendan, how's your aunt?
Oh
I can make sure you never stay up all night ever again, Brendan.
no!
She's such a sweet dog. I just
Sparky was
No.
probably pretty cool too.
What was she, Kiki or Booba?
she was a boxer. I don't know which is what.
A boxer might
That's a
be, could
booba.
be either. Could be either.
It depends. You're right.
Ears make it booba, I think.
Because sometimes a boxer has like the pointy ears. That's Kiki
That's
mode,
if you
and
clip them,
sometimes
that's not how they are.
Oh,
naturally.
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So that means it's a booba.
Yeah,
okay,
Julie
Booba Dog.
had floppy ears. Yeah.
Okay.
No, they're definitely Kiki.
What, is this going to be the entire episode?
I get it.
Honestly, I think Booba. Looking at the image, I feel like Booba's more like round, floppy dogs, and boxers have more of a sharp aesthetic.
Yeah.
They may be a Booba daywalker though.
They're not labeled. This chart isn't labeled. This chart is left intentionally vague. I'm still lost.
The point is that
Booba is a round sound. Easy. Booba. Looking at this chart, there's an image that is
Brendan,
sharp and an image that is
that's
round.
The thing. It
That's
varies from country and language to language.
Ah.
No, I thought the point was
forgot
that
that I'm from Ohio.
everywhere they said that Kiki was the same and Booba was the same. I thought that was the point.
That is not the point.
Ah.
See, I watch Tom Scott. I don't care if you went to college.
I wasn't in college. That was fucking like high school.
Prestigious high
school Booba. Oh, don't
High
no.
school booba.
No.
David, what are you doing? You can't edit that out. That stays in, or I veto you editing that out. That's my veto for the episode.
What the fuck? You can't do that.
I just did.
Dude,
We
what
have a
the
veto
fuck?
system. It's officially established.
It's called a balance
Everyone
of powers.
gets one. Everyone gets one per episode.
Can I cancel yours?
No, you already used your veto.
When did I use my veto?
I want to
know, but
veto
that's how this
David's
conversation
veto.
started.
This is like Uno.
Oh fuck!
This whole podcast
Tim,
is
you
a
should-
game of Uno.
You should retell the story about fucking your weird ass tiny little private Catholic school.
Oh, yeah. Because when we tried doing this the first time, David asked me to think of stories. So I just started thinking about my little, like, private Catholic school and how I'm genuinely shocked that I'm a well-adjusted individual. Did you want me to just start with the reason the school closed?
I mean, sure. You could describe the school first, or you can.
I
lead
can
with,
describe.
why the-
So
Just a little description.
we see. I wasn't a delinquent early enough to like get in a lot of shit. When I started being a delinquent, I was like, I had a good reputation, so I just kind of got away with a bunch of shit.
Right.
Like,
Base?
I didn't participate in that fight club. There was a fight club. It was the
I
grade
remember
below
that.
me. They would go
there
into the
was a-
bathroom and just knock the shit out of each other, and I would stand on the toilets and hype them up.
I feel like I missed out. I genuinely feel like I
By
missed
never
out
being in
on
a fight
fucking-
club?
Yeah. We
Yeah,
should start
you-
one whenever we meet up again.
Okay,
Yeah,
like,
I'll win.
At Magfest, y'all can start a fight club.
Yeah, let's start one.
I tried to start one in elementary school. Also in the bathroom, I got in a lot of trouble. I was standing on top of a urinal and I pile drive someone in the face. It was only us two in the
What?
bathroom, so he went and immediately told on me.
So it wasn't really a fight club. It was just
No, it was just me just randomly attacking a
you
kid
just
as he wanted
decided
to
to-
wall.
One day a kid wanted to fight my friend, and he brought in like MMA gloves, like the fingerless boxing gloves, and he brought those into the bathroom. And the fight starts, and my friend turns around and picks up a trash can and just slams it on this kid. It was the funniest fucking shit I've ever
Holy
seen in my
fucking
life.
My
shit.
God, he is broken in half.
Same school, different bathroom. One time, me and my friend were just in the bathroom, and he was like shaking the stall wall. There was one single stall. It was like a small bathroom, like a stall urinal sink. He goes, "Do you think I can knock this down?" I was like, "I don't know if you should." And he took that as a challenge, and he just starts kicking it, and eventually it topples and almost fucking cracks me in the head. We go back to the classroom, and like a day later, the teacher. I need to give the layout of the school.
Oh boy.
I just realized that this isn't going to make any sense.
Okay.
So it used to be split into two buildings.
Right.
And as the school was running out of money, as they do, they closed one of the buildings. And the only use it got was like the downstairs section of that hall got used as the music teacher's classroom because they moved all the teachers into the other hall. So they had to like make a bunch of space. And my 5th grade homeroom was like a back room of a gym. It was the wrestling room and a gym. And there was like 40 kids. It was like kind of big, but there was still like 40 kids slammed in there.
And that was like the size of the class.
That,
like
yeah,
your-
that was every
That was like
what's
the
it?
5th
It was like
grade?
30, 40 something. That was every 5th grader at my school. It was
Gotcha,
like 30,
yeah.
40 kids. It was a really small school. But the music teacher's room, since it was just like the bottom section of a hall, there was one bathroom and you would only use it if you were in that class. So a day later, he is just like furious at the beginning of class because he knows that it's somebody in my period that did it. And he starts like threatening to like dust off her fingerprints in the fucking bathroom. And we're like fourth grade or something at this point. So I'm looking at my friend and he's freaking out. And I'm freaking out a little bit too because I was in there and one of my fingerprints got all over the thing. Instead, I almost got hit in the head with a stall.
I really like the idea of him dusting for prints. Like, yeah, there's prints for every single male boy in this school.
Everybody got me, dude.
That's part of Catholicism. They get your prince first.
Oh god.
Everybody who rode my bus was a fucking weirdo. There was one kid that would sit in the back of the bus with us that thought it was really funny to just like get down on the ground and crawl all the way up to the front of the bus and just like yank kindergartners by the ankles.
What the fuck? Have you checked in on that guy? Is he in prison?
Is he still doing that?
He's doing it on the prison bus.
God, I hope not.
Oh no.
I haven't
Why
seen
is he spending
him.
too much time on the prison bus?
I probably haven't seen him since like maybe my
He's a
freshman or
guard.
sophomore year of high school.
Oh my god.
the prison
He's
bus
a guard.
Do you think you wake up every morning, get on the bus to go to prison?
It's the fucking weirdest thing. Every single job that I have worked since like my freshman or sophomore year of high school, I always bump into his parents at like all the fucking time, and they're super nice.
You grab
and
their ankles?
I should do that next time I see them. They'll be walking around at the zoo, and I'll just fucking pop out of the monkey cage and yank them in by the ankles. Make a loud chimp sound.
I want to let everyone listening know that I think for the added horror of that visual, it's important for people to know that you are 6'7" and built like a linebacker.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm a big dude.
Gigantic. You're
The size of a small black bear.
I just imagine giant ass Tin trying to hide underneath like a school bus chair.
Why is Tin in the school bus now?
Fine, prison bus. I don't know how things work.
I'm gonna go to
be
jail
in prison
after
after the monkey incident.
Yeah, after the monkey
monkey
incident. The
Yeah.
great monkey incident of 2034.
Wow,
Yo,
I'm planning
This
ahead.
is premeditated. All right.
This is
premeditated.
You cannot premeditate this anymore.
Broke into their house and found tickets to the zoo for 2034. Really specific time to booked.
Oh wait, while I'm on the topic of my work, so I would like we have like a dining hall at the zoo, and I drive like a little tram for it. So it's like, oh, somebody's having a wedding, you know, I take them from the parking lot to the middle of the zoo, drop them off at the dining hall. Towards the end of the night, like I'll always be driving people back, and we'll drive by the elephants, and the elephants will be out, and I'll start answering questions just because I work at a zoo and I think it's fun. And this drunk chick one time starts asking me a bunch of questions about the elephants, and I'm like answering them the best I can. And then she starts asking me questions about the elephant's dick, and it's like getting hit in the head. Like I'm just like not
By an
prepared
elephant
for
dick?
it.
Fucking
I'm tired.
straight up
I'm trying to
flashbang.
drive. It's like almost midnight. Yeah, I've just been flashbang. And then while I'm struggling to answer that, she goes, "Who has a bigger dick, you or the elephant?" And I was like, "Oh, what is happening? Like, what is actually going on?" And then her friend chimes in, and she's like, "Oh, he's got like he's like a redhead. He's got like a red beard. I like that. He's cute." And I'm like red alert at this point. I was like, I need to figure out a way to diffuse this. So I just like casually was like, "Yeah, I'm gay. I don't think my boyfriend would like that." I was single at the time. I did not have a boyfriend. This was a lie. And
Also
without
not gay.
missing, yeah, I'm also not gay. I'm bi. Big distinction.
Yeah.
But without missing a fucking beat, it was like two girls and one guy. The guy just goes, "So what are you doing tonight?" And I was tempted. He was ready for that shit.
If a man has that much confidence, I mean, fuck, man, you gotta consider at least.
I thought I immediately was not flashbanged anymore. I was like, well, hold on.
You were like,
Whoa, wait.
Hold on, bro.
man-
Like I
But
thought
my
let's hear him out, let's hear him
boyfriend would
out.
Understand.
this man just gave me
I got-
ibuprofen. What's going on here?
I get off at like 12:30, bro. What you doing?
Fuck. Tin, you alluded to it earlier. Do you want to explain why your school was losing so much money?
Oh, so I don't hold on, because there was more than just the thing in the parking lot.
Oh, additional
If I don't say a name, is it still slander?
No.
Because I can't prove this. I cannot prove this in a court of law.
well, if you say
the
you
priest
can't
was
prove it,
stealing
or
money
if you
from
say
the church.
allegations,
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly was stealing money from
Everything
the
Tin
church.
is about to say is alleged.
Alleged, yeah. Dude hated the school. That's not alleged. I knew that. I was an altar boy. He fucking hated the school.
Oh wow.
I was like the only altar boy when the school closed, so I would serve like every 6 a.m. mass before school, and it would just consist of me sitting in the back getting ready. And the custodian would come in and just bully the priest for like 20 minutes, and it was always my favorite part of the morning. He would come in and just put this man on blast. It was just a roast session, and I was like in 7th grade. And I just had to sit there and go, "All right, fuck him up, fuck him up."
See, if God was real, the priest would be fucking winning these.
Yeah, what's the Bible verse where the guy gets called bald and God sends like 30 bears to kill those kids? That's a real thing that happens.
That
That's
is
a real
Oh,
thing
that's
that
real.
happens in the Bible. Yeah,
God, the Bible.
Oh my
kinda
God.
rules the Bible's got
Bible's-
some crazy shit in it.
the Bible's a lot of
metal as
crazy
fuck.
shit in it.
No, but so the dude was allegedly stealing money from the church. Hated the school. We were like already running pretty low on money because kids just kept leaving the school because it fucking sucked. So like they weren't getting people paying a lot of tuition. I keep getting like sidetracked because I keep thinking about more terrible things.
You're
this
totally
dude
allowed
did.
to keep getting sidetracked.
totally
That's the
okay.
podcast.
He threatened to raise our tuition if we didn't go to mass at that church and like donate.
What?
Yeah,
I don't
dude-
give
Give me
dude's an
money
asshole.
or I'll
That's
take
not
your
allowed.
Dude's an
money.
asshole.
Like,
I'm not sure that's allowed.
I think that's a crime. Yeah,
Yeah, what the fuck?
I mean, allegedly.
allegedly a crime.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I don't
Allegedly.
know Catholic law.
I don't know fucking Catholic law either. I went to the school and my
Wait,
parents took care of all that.
There's
But,
there's a Christ police?
They're called angels.
The Romans.
Oh.
Wait, Avery.
What's up?
Sorry,
What's up, Corbin?
very off track. I put the Bible verse and guessed. Is that what it means to die of bald?
Die of two balls.
Brendan,
Yeah.
use your big guy voice. Use
Oh,
your big,
for the Bible
Jesus
quote?
voice. Yeah.
Okay.
Little
Hang on,
Sunday
wait,
school.
can I be the children?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, no, all of us in unison need to be the children.
From there, Elijah went up to Bethel. As he was walking along the road, some boys came out of the town and jeered at him.
Get out of here, Baldy!
They said,
Get out of here, Baldy!
he turned around, looked at them, and called down a curse on them in the name of the Lord. Then 2 bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of the boys.
Dude, Old Testament God
I was about to say,
fucking rules.
Yeah. Old Testament God doesn't
What
fuck
the
around.
fuck? Man. Holy shit.
One time at a church camp. Oh, there was this guy that worked at our church, and that's where I found this quote from. Because I'd always make fun of him for being bald, and he told me to look up that quote. I read it, continued to make fun of him, and then at the end of the week, it's like, "What's your favorite Bible verse?" And I wrote that one down.
Corbin staring into the sun, daring God to kill him with a bear.
Corbin pointing in the sky, you're bald. What I love, there's also not, it's not Old Testament God, but in the New Testament, there's a weird little bit where Jesus wants a fig from a fig tree. So he walks up to the fig tree, but it's not fig season, so there are no figs. And then Jesus points at the tree and says, "You will never grow figs again, I curse you," and leaves. And I love that. I love that for a few reasons, but the
It's
biggest one is
incredibly
that
petty.
is that it proves that pettiness is not a sin.
So like that verse we just read, was that alopecia 223?
No, it's like 2 Kings, verse 23 to 24.
Pair of kings.
David, I got that joke.
I got it, David.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, I didn't
You're
get
welcome.
it. Sorry.
Alopecia makes you
Alopecia is
bald.
hair loss.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't know what that was.
So things that are a sin, allegedly. Stealing money from the church. And I'm back on it, baby.
What a fucking jump, man. I just got
If you're
whiplash.
stealing money from the church, you're just making the church bald.
Yeah, and then he started building a retirement home in the parking lot, which the parking lot was our playground, by the way. We didn't have a playground. We played on blacktop. Played tackle football in the parking lot because that's what you do when you're in like the 6th grade.
When you're like fucking little Wolverines.
Oh
You
yeah,
don't,
dude.
you don't sleep on your
unstoppable.
shoulder. You don't sleep on your shoulder weird, and that's your fucking week done.
Yeah,
Kids can take a fucking bullet, I'm pretty sure.
but he just so happened.
David, what is it with you
suspiciously
and anytime children come up in the wild escalations?
can't stand those little bastards?
I fucking hate them.
can't fucking
I
stand
hate
them.
kids. I don't know what to tell you. I fucking hate kids.
Yeah, but I just thought it was a little weird that it coincided with the school closing down as he started building that big ass retirement home in the parking lot with money that we didn't really have.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, yeah, allegedly. I thought the way that you described it last time, it sounded like you were still at like going to school, and there was just a house being built in the parking lot.
No,
as
no,
you
no,
were
no,
going
no.
to class.
There was.
That's what.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well,
that's the funny
Dude,
part.
they
Were there,
cut-
like,
they cut our
foundations?
they cut our fucking football field in half because they had to build a goddamn retirement home.
like for only him or for like
No,
a
for
retirement?
fucking old people, so he could make money off of things that wasn't doing a school.
Oh, stealing money from the elderly is okay.
Well, he's already doing it from the church. It's like the same thing. Allegedly.
Nah, stealing money from the church is kind of cool. Stealing money from the elderly gets you kicked out of Ali.
Oh God, Jesus, guys.
Avery, you know how you keep getting upset that I know so much about broadcasting rules?
I don't get upset. I'm just confused. Because you don't
Confused?
work
Yeah,
in
if
broadcast.
you-
And
if
you
you
also
keep-
don't know why you know all of it.
I know that I'm going to make one up right now, and it's 100% true. If you say allegedly, like every couple of minutes, you can just say whatever you want.
That's kind of true.
It's right there in the broadcaster Bible.
Yeah,
do
it's
have
the
an
Old
alleged
Testament,
story.
though, so look out.
Speaking of spoken libel,
Oh my God. Oh boy.
I'm pretty sure this old man that I work with killed his dad.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Okay,
Corbin, you need to say
okay.
that sentence again with the word allegedly in it.
Allegedly. If you
Please clarify that you have no proof. It's just
no,
a hunch.
I have
It's a true crime
absolutely
podcast.
I have absolutely zero
No,
proof.
this is an alleged crime podcast.
Oh, yeah. It's a
Absolutely
maybe
zero
crime
proof, but
podcast?
he told me a series of stories that he strung together to make it sound like he had killed his father.
Allegedly.
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 He allegedly told stories that made it sound like he allegedly might have killed his alleged father.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So
I
this
really like the description of this podcast being an alleged crime podcast.
It's a maybe crime podcast.
It's a maybe. Oh my God.
This is how we get the wine moms into PST.
My mom has told me to turn this into a fucking true crime podcast, I think 8 times.
For
She's
real.
getting her wish right now.
To be fair,
All we had to
most
do was
true
talk about
crime,
the church.
we're doing better than most true crime podcasts because most of them don't even say allegedly and they go wild.
Well, those
And they
are
don't
their
make me
true
laugh
crimes. It's
sometimes.
true. It's true what they're saying, though.
Oh, right. We're alleged crimes.
You're
That's
alleged
right.
crime.
An alleged crime podcast.
So here is the series of stories that this man told me. So this guy, by the way, will, like, while you're working, if he sees you're not doing anything, he will just come up to you and just start telling you stories about how he knew Steve Jobs.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And so he comes up to me one day, and I'm just standing there, and he goes, oh, no, it was right after I got off of, like, a 3-day break. And he goes, oh, I'm surprised to see that you didn't get arrested. And I went, oh, yeah, you know me. I go, I know people. And he goes, well, little fun fact about myself, I know people.
He talks like a Dark Souls NPC.
What is, did he
Hang on.
chuckle at the end?
I have a Dark Souls NPC update for fucking where I live after this.
So he goes, I know people. You know, back when I was a younger boy, I went to my dad's law attorney office, and the attorney general for the United States was there. And he told me, hey, son, your dad's a good man. If you ever need anything, and I mean anything, or you're ever in any trouble, just let me know. And then he walked away. My dad told me that's the attorney general of the United States. then he goes, back in those days, the court proceedings were different. It was all televised and everything. And he goes, well, not too long ago was the big trial of O.J. Simpson.
Okay, we're in it.
And he goes, I was listening to a crime podcast.
Wow.
Allegedly.
Can we keep vetoing the? I can't. I already used it. Shit.
Yeah, you already did it.
And it was from the perspective of the man who first called O.J. Simpson to tell him that his wife had been murdered. And O.J. Simpson, he said he called him and was like, oh, this is cool. I get to call O.J. Simpson, but under, bad context, but still pretty cool. I get to call O.J.
I want somebody to turn this into like actual Dark Souls dialogue, dude. This is incredible. You're like so on point with how it sounds.
He's not doing any weird laughs. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you end sentences and go?
So he phones OJ and he calls him and he begins to tell him, Mr. OJ, your wife is dead. And OJ on the other line starts crying and screaming and, what you'd expect. And he said, at that moment, shivers went down my spine because I knew I was talking to the killer, allegedly. He said, you want to know how he knew it was the killer? Because whenever someone's called and tell them that their loved one has died or been murdered, the first question they always ask is how? How did he die? Who killed him? OJ never asked either of those questions and was constantly thrown into a charade of madness. And, it's just acting, and I could tell. He goes, and so that's when he wrapped up that story, and then he starts talking to me about more about his father. And he said, yeah, with that OJ thing in mind, when they first called me to tell me my father had died, I knew exactly what to say.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
He said, why, officer, who killed him and why? And then he walked away. And I just stood there and I was like, I think he just allegedly confessed to murder to me?
What the fuck?
Corbin, if you want to send that guy my way, I got some questions.
Maybe he got a note.
Why?
Maybe he got a note to activate like a sleeper agent and he went to the wrong person.
I guess, but he told me how he could.
I guess
he had someone on the inside to get away with crimes that would let him out. He told me why he knew how to say what he said when he found out his father died, and then he told me that he said exactly what he thought he should say, learning from the OJ trial on how to get away with murder. Why did all this start again?
No,
What's
OJ
the context?
Because I told him I was getting back from a 3-day vacation. I said nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You
Nothing.
didn't say shit. What the fuck?
This whole time I was just standing there and I was kind of confused because I'm like, where the fuck is he going with this? And then he ends it with, I knew exactly what to say when they told me my father had died. And then walks away and I was like, he just confessed. And he knows I can't do anything.
Allegedly.
I go, he knows I can't do anything about it. I went up and told my boss and I was like, hey, so, yeah, I think one of our employees just like allegedly confessed murder to me and I don't know what to do. And we looked at the statute of limitations and is it
7 years?
Is it forever?
It's really short. It's like really short.
It depends on the crime.
I think he's good.
Also, David, you have different laws.
Oh yeah.
It also depends too, because like I've had coworkers like that at Best Buy and GameStop who like lie about shit like that. Like they just it's like it's like surrounding themselves with mystique to make their lives more interesting.
Well, I mean, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Well,
lied.
this man is literally like he has allegedly lived all over the world and knows a ton of influential people and somehow works at Best Buy. So I don't know. I don't know what the story is. I don't know if it's true, but it's just it's like my first day back from vacation and
now you know about a murder you did not want to know about.
Here's my favorite thing to do with people like that. Ask them questions that would directly like go against other stories they've told. Just compile like a list of information in your head and just kind of bring up different things that they've told you in the past. It's kind of fun.
Everything he says is just so random and catches me off guard that I'm always just standing there, just speechless. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I had a coworker once tell me about all this awful stuff that happened to her. Like her dad would burn cigarettes into her arms, and she lived in this horrible place. And then I found out both her parents are doctors that like live very wealthy and pay for her whole house. Like it happens. People be like
really
that.
Afraid you're gonna go. Let me see it then. Let me see your arm.
Show me your arm.
She's like, yeah, my dad used to put out cigarettes on me. Allegedly.
Oh no, she went to dance with my mom because my sister, she had a daughter, and my mom, my sister Heavenly is in dance, and all the dance moms hated her. So I just get my mom to like talk to her about stuff and just find back and report back, and just kind of like during conversation I'd bring up things and she'd be confused about them.
Like, how do you know?
I'd be like, what? No, I just, you told me that other time. She'd be like, oh yeah, I did. Can't keep track of it. Run a loop around him. Put him in the mind maze.
I've wanted to tell that story on the podcast for so long, and I just had no idea how.
Now, honestly, he could either be a liar or a fucking covert agent, and I really want him to be a covert agent.
I am 100% positive he is.
He could be a murderer.
Yeah, he could be a covert agent
about
and a
door
murderer.
Number 3.
Yeah, he could be an alleged murderer, maybe.
Wait, Brendan,
what about door number 4? Maybe he's just a really cool dude.
Maybe his dad had it coming. Is it murder if it's cool?
Depends how cool.
How
it's manslaughter, because manslaughter is a cooler word.
Manslaughter is a cooler word.
Damn, we really are a true crime podcast. Alleged crime podcast.
Alleged crime. Hey,
alleged.
Whoa. Yeah. Jesus.
We know our shit. We said statute of limitations.
It's like and then we all went. I don't really know what it means.
It's like 7 years. I know what it means. I think it's 7 years.
You think it's 7? I'm pretty sure it depends on the crime, but I also don't know.
It depends on the
crime.
Some crimes don't really have a statute of limitations.
I don't know what state he was in when he.
He said he lived all around the world. Allegedly. Right?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely was not in a healthy mental state.
Allegedly.
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you meant state like place. I'm a moron.
Bazinga.
David, it was a pun. He meant both.
Double entendre.
Oh, I'm an even bigger moron than I thought.
Fucking Christ.
Okay, the movie I was watching the other day misused the word karma.
How?
Karma means in the next life. Like if you say, oh, karma, like, you know.
Like a karmic debt, yeah.
Yeah.
You can try to trick me, but like, I've seen My Name is Earl. Carson Daly tells Earl that karma is good, and so he starts to do all his good deeds to make up for his bad deeds.
Hey,
that's
I love
karma.
My Name is Earl. Don't cite that back to me.
One of the only things I can remember from that show is there's a part where somebody offers to pay him money. He's like, "Can you walk with a limp?" And he goes, "I can try." And he starts taking his dick out. And the guy goes, no, not like that. Because they were trying to fake a miracle in church.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing I remember about My Name is Earl.
Oh, fucking!
They drove in El Camino, my dream car.
We're back on the fucking church thing. Didn't you mentioned that you're the teacher who allegedly stole your
no, it was
the priest. There's probably how many allegations already? The priest who allegedly stole money from the church. He said he crashed your 8th grade graduation.
Yeah, dude, fucking like, you know, like at a graduation, you have like they dim the lights, they got the projector, they play like the music video, and they have like all these nice pictures of you from like the entire time you've been in school. Yeah. It's like really cute pictures of us when we were in like 3rd grade.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, fucking like music stops, lights come up. And he just walks to the front of the gym and like grabs a microphone and he's like, whoever drives and he said whatever fucking make and model car, could you please move it? I can't open my garage. And it was our religion teacher who everybody really liked.
He was living at the fucking
what's it called? The rectory? No, that's the thing behind. There's rectory. Like they have like a fucking little house that the priest lives in that's like on the fucking like church grounds.
The religion dormitory.
I don't remember. I think the rectory is like where I would be listening to the janitor just come in and roast the fuck out of the priest in the morning. I think that's the rectory.
I was never Catholic, so I do not know.
I don't remember. But he was like pissed, and I thought my fucking religion teacher was gonna snap, and honestly, she should have, because she was cool. And I really wanted her to go up, but she just like got all pissy and went and moved her car, and then they just kept going, and I was like, man, way to actually fucking ruin the mood.
What a dick.
Yeah,
never
he's an
recovered.
What the
asshole.
fuck is his problem, dude?
He's
what the
he's
fuck?
still there. He's still there. I went not too long ago for like a funeral, and he's still kicking. Unfortunately, I'm gonna kick him in the ribs.
Allegedly.
No,
No,
he
that
means
one's a promise.
That one's
Oh shit.
So soon will be a true crimes podcast, but not
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
What a lame.
It'll be the
crime
fucking
for your
lamest true crime podcast ever. Yeah, so this big dude kicked this old man priest in the chest.
Yeah, a former.
Let's just get Corbin
fucking
a suit and just confront people who are jaywalking really aggressively. I just want a PST episode where it's just 2 hours of Corbin walking around Texas in a big, like, giant David Byrne suit, aggressively confronting jaywalkers.
So I tried that once.
What do you
No,
mean?
you did not.
No.
No, you
I did.
not.
I'm not proud of it.
Oh,
You're
I wore a
so
suit,
lame.
went to the bar district in my town, and I talked to like 3 people. Well, I tried to talk to 3 people, and they all just walked away, and I went, "This is a bad idea," and then I went home.
Wait. That's not the same one. That's not the same thing. 2, what was your plan with going to the bar district in a suit?
Yeah, why?
I was trying to stop people that were coming in and out of classes. I don't remember why. I was trying to like.
Wait.
You were trying to be a hall monitor?
We're okay. There's something
at the bar?
What? This is not what we were talking about 2 seconds ago. Am I going crazy?
No, I think I am.
What are you talking?
So what were you
I
doing?
know.
What were you doing, Corbin?
What are you doing?
Somebody who's being a hall monitor.
I don't know. But Brendan it brought back a memory because he said stand outside in the suit and stop people, and it just reminded me of when I tried to do that and it didn't work because no one would listen to me.
But
What were you trying to stop them from doing?
You're avoiding context. What happened?
I'm not avoiding it. I just don't remember.
You just all right. Let me get this. You thought it'd be really funny if you got on a suit and you were like just wanted to stop people next to bars.
Yeah.
To what end? To what end?
Oh, I was trying to make a YouTube video.
What?
Oh, that just reminded me of something I did.
It's like
When
the
I was,
lamest version of Channel 5 ever.
When I was 14.
Can you stop jaywalking? Could you stop?
When I was 14, 3 friends and I decided to like make those fucking like gag shows where they go out and they do jokes to like random people on the street.
Why were you gonna say kids?
I don't know. No, I was gonna say kidding, and then I was like, "That's not what the word is." I want to say gag, and then I didn't say gag, and then I wanted to say prank.
Okay, so they did jokes to people.
They do pranks to people, and we did that. And what we did was like, we would run at people and like start screaming and saying, "Oh my god, we're such big fans! Oh my god!" And then like we would ask them to sign like our face and our like forehead and shit. We were like 14. We were filming this for YouTube. And like I just remember at one point we did that to a lady on the phone. She said, "I'll call you back." Click, phone off. She looks at us and she said, "This is the most unfunny thing you could have done today." and then she called back. Her person left, and we were just like in silence right there with our camera still rolling, and she was just like, "Yeah, sorry," and then kept going with her day. And I don't know why, but that kind of ruined the vibe. I'm not gonna lie, she was
ruined the
kind of
vibe of your shitty prank. It should have.
Oh yeah, she was on the phone with the funeral director, and
then I walked up and I was such a big fan, and she was such an asshole.
And listen, if that happened to me and I was on the phone, I would be an asshole.
Yeah, I would absolutely be an asshole.
I would have been an
absolutely.
David, fucking
I would have been
pretend
an
you wouldn't be
asshole
an
to
asshole.
I would have been an asshole to like, but not if it was me.
You're a narcissist, I think.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you would be the person. I would be way worse because I'd probably take the camera and break it.
Oh, well, maybe not. I wouldn't do that. Jesus.
Yeah, I'd be like, no.
Well, then you're committing a crime, Brendan.
Yeah, that's a crime,
it's not a
Brendan.
2%, but it's not a 2% party. And what are they going to say? Famous YouTuber Bryn Daniel broke their camera.
Nobody's gonna believe them.
Nobody's
going to
believe
I would
them.
do that. I would do that. You're right. I would do
I'd
that.
believe that.
I would just be like, holy shit, they love me.
Finally, some fucking respect.
Corbin, do you want to rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, sure, but I call dibs on rock.
Okay, cool. I call paper.
I veto you getting paper.
All right.
Okay, all right. I get gun.
Oh. Wait, should we turn on our cameras?
This is so fucking stupid.
I'm not turning on my camera. I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, but
Honor rule.
system.
Honor rules.
Corbin,
Yeah.
So, ready?
Corbin,
Okay, ready?
why do you have a poster of the Spotify logo and the OneDrive logo?
He allegedly stole those.
He allegedly stole those from Best Buy.
Rock.
Those are scissors.
Shoot.
Shoot. I got scissors. You can go first. Also, yeah,
Okay.
those are part of the Microsoft display. I can confirm.
No, you
Allegedly.
can't. It's allegedly.
No, you cannot.
part of the
Allegedly.
display.
I will allegedly
You
don't
don't
confirm.
work.
understand
You
how
didn't work at the same
slander
Best Buy.
That's not
You
how
don't
that
know.
works.
This is slander.
This is so fucking stupid.
No, this isn't slander. Slander's cool.
Slander is cool.
This is the tale of the undesirables.
Oh wow, this is already a
I
way
have to
different
start
vibe.
it like that
Okay,
because I have to begin it with a couple of spark notes.
I understand.
Wait, what does that mean?
No, I
Brendan,
like
do
it.
you know?
No, I like it.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Undesirables.
A couple of spark
Undesirables
notes.
might be a little bit of a trouble. Might be a bad name, but you know,
It might be a really bad name.
Oh, is
I don't know, man.
undesirables a bad name?
no, it's great.
So,
I
like-
like it. I think it's funny that you don't know why you shouldn't say that.
Why
I don't know
shouldn't
what
I
the
say
story is,
that?
so I'm a little scared now.
Undesirable discharge?
It has Okay, so undesirables was the name that the Nazis used.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
David, we could have gotten away with it. He didn't know.
I can't let him go through his life going around and telling people I have a story to tell you. It's about the undesirables. And everybody's going to be like, oh my God, Bryn Daniel Nazi question mark?
Yeah, Brendan, you gotta tone it down.
realized
There's a
Brendan
dog
was
whistle out
that
there.
Brendan's
I didn't know it was a dog whistle. Like I got told the other day, I didn't know that nonce meant pedophiles, so I was just calling people nonces. I don't know this stuff.
Brendan!
I don't know this stuff.
Brendan, David just robbed you of so many racist patron donors. I'm so mad for you.
All right. To put it, you can keep this in. Me being like stupid and not knowing, it's
Yeah,
fine.
no shit, we're keeping it in.
Essentially, that makes a lot more sense because the guy that came up with that phrase was a really like hard right guy. Now that I think about it, this was
Oh
in
my-
community college,
No. Oh no.
and I just didn't know, so I just went along with it. And I've been telling
Oh,
stories about this for the last
boy.
8 years.
How many people have you told undesirables to?
We'll call this. I'll change the name to the Tale of Kitsu King and his band.
Okay.
There were
Band of
when I went to community
undesirables.
college. All throughout my life, I've been a bit of a weirdo magnet. Case in point, I
So
tried to make friends with a lot of people in high school and in college, just to like get to know people. I don't really do that anymore because like retail sucked that life out of me, and I'm a shriveled husk of like a sociable person because of it. When I was in college, I would kind of talk to most people. And another name we had for a certain type of person who would be a very hyper-specific version of weird would be the boothies or the booth kids, because our cafeteria had a series of like restaurant-style booths, and they were right next to electrical outlets.
That's
that means
so
that
strange.
the boothies would always have gaming laptops that would drain power, so they needed the power sockets. So boothies were always a specific type of person.
It's like a subspecies of like
Gamer?
staircase kids.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh my God, dude. That
So-
brings me back. Holy shit.
Have I talked about John on this podcast?
Maybe.
Can you censor yourself if you need to censor that?
I don't. I don't need to censor it.
Okay, fuck
Is
you,
that,
John.
is that a fuck you, John? I don't need to censor it, or
That's a fuck you, John.
Okay, cool.
I hate John.
Oh, fuck
This
John.
is related. This is related to John and Kitsu King. I'll tell Kitsu King first. If I've reiterated or talked about John on the podcast before, I do
do not.
apologize to any listener.
I don't think you have.
All right, we'll start with Kitsu King. I had a couple friends that were very heavy into kind of that Tumblr subculture at the time, talking about Homestuck, talking about the Onceler, all that stuff. And I'd hang out with them every once in a while because they were fun people and I liked them. And it was me and these two girls that I was friends with. And I'd hang out with them at the booth when I wasn't talking to my other like two groups of friends. Because like I said, I talked to everybody that I could. I wanted to give everybody as much time as possible. They had someone who I dubbed Kitsu King. He was part of the boothies with three other people, a girl, John, and somebody that I won't talk about to not raise Chris Chan parallels.
Question.
This is so much. This feels like you're describing. This feels like you're describing a tavern we walked into on Folk and Dagger.
You have to understand,
What does
it is.
Kitsu-
There are so many layers. Kitsu King was called as such
Why?
because he wore a tail and wore a fox hat.
Oh,
and
no.
So we called him Kitsune King or Kitsu King for short.
Also,
I hate that.
Onceler,
I
as
hate
in-
that.
Yes,
guys have
yes,
the
that's a
word
Tumblr
for it?
subculture thing. The Onceler is a
Don't
Tumblr
look it
sexy
up.
man.
Do
Don't
not-
worry about it.
Do not look it up. It's
So-
a fucking nightmare.
No, I have to.
Kitsu King
God.
is a layered individual, and this is just one debriefing of one member of the Boothies. Kitsu King was obsessed with Wendy's, and not just the food. Kitsu King
character?
would multiple times, while I peeked at his tablet, he had a Wendy girl background. Sometimes he would pull up gallery on his tablet and just look at pictures, non-sexual pictures of the Wendy's
fuck?
girl. Yes. Okay, this is relevant because two things I knew about Kitsu King. He liked Wendy's and he loved Fruits Basket. I was in anime club at this college
Why
for
Fruits Basket?
2 days.
Why is
2
it
days.
always fucking
It's
fruit?
not. What do you mean? Why is it always?
It's
Fruits
either
Basket?
no.
Shut
It's
up.
either Fruits Basket. No. It's either Fruits Basket or it's fucking Clannad.
I
Always.
was in
Always.
this anime club with my two friends for like 2 days, so like 2 weeks, and both times he got to show, both times it was Fruits Basket. My most aggravating encounter with him, and I'm going to do an impression of his voice here, and I want you to
no.
understand
Oh,
that this
no.
is not exaggerated. This is exactly how he sounded and exactly what he said.
Man,
I'm sitting with my
actually,
friends
I'm-
away from the booths.
We're,
Sorry.
we're at this point, and David, you were right. He should not have been calling them the undesirables.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh my god.
100%. No, it was the Boothies is a much better word.
Boothies is a way better word. Why did you
I
go
don't-
for
I-
that
what-
other
I don't
one?
know.
You already had a word for them. What the fuck?
I don't know. I got confused. Okay, it was college. It was a weird time. That's where I met my wife. Like,
Oh yeah, you're married.
I was sitting with my two friends, and I don't know, they were looking at Homestuck or trying to get me into stuff like that, and I was just kind of trying to like fight back with everything in my life because a week earlier I'd quit being a brony because I saw someone looking at pony porn right in the
I
cafeteria.
knew it was going to come up every time community college. Comes
It always
up with you,
comes up.
It always comes up. This is like a
always
week
Do you-
after that.
Brendan, that was the turning point in your life, right?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Kitsu King walks up and he is we're in this side of the community college where there's these high standing stools with small tables, and I'm at one of them, and my two friends are at the other side. Kitsu King walks up to them and he looks at them and he says, "You're both very, very nice girls, and thank you for coming to Anime Club. Would you like to get a chocolate milkshake with me at Wendy's? They call it a Frosty there. Maybe a root beer float. Would you like to go get a root beer float with me, either one of you?" And they'd been telling me that he had been kind of harassing them on and off. So I look at him and I say, "Hey, fuck off." Just immediately, like I escalate it to 100 immediately. And he's Scariest thing in my life. He walks away, sits down behind me at the table, and he's mumbling to himself loudly so I can hear. You can't talk to me that way. You can't disrespect me. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you so bad. I'm gonna get you. Wait! There's more!
You went to fucking college with Darkling Kara.
Understand! There's more! Wait for it! 6 years go by!
No.
I'm in my apartment building to take the laundry downstairs. I look over and I see someone walk out of the same building I'm in, the bottom, one of the middle apartments, and they have a fox hat and a foxtail, and they look directly at me, wink, and walk away. It's fucking Kitsu King in my apartment building.
This is horrifying. Are you?
Dude, Brendan Kitsuking might be a listener.
He might be listening right now, and he's like, "Yes, talk about
me to give me power.
Give me power." He sounds like Linkara Chills.
Spark notes about other members of the Boothies.
Oh, boy.
One of them got in trouble because she left her crusty panties in a dorm room when she moved out. Like a pile of them. It was
Jesus Christ.
one of them. One of them was named John. John dressed up like Matt Smith's the doctor from Doctor Who, but he'd get mad whenever anybody told him about it. He wore a tweed suit and a bow tie, and he kind of looked like if Matt Smith was like a caveman. Easiest comparison.
That's so mean.
I hate
so
John.
funny.
I fucking hated him. Understand? This man would walk up to me without, like, I gave him 1 inch. He took 5 miles. He would walk up to me sometimes and just start monologuing at me about Superman and how underrated Superman is.
Oh no!
Like, this guy is like Chris Stuckman's audience.
I can see the type. I can see the type. Awful.
My most engaging encounter with John was I was sitting with him and he's talking about Walt Disney, and I make like a Walt Disney anti-Semitism joke, like Family Guy style, and he stops. He is shaking the cafeteria booth table and he is getting red. He grabs his chalky milk in one hand and he throws it as hard as he can, and he points at me and yells, "Don't you ever fucking say that again! I will kill you!" And he walks away. The next day I see him, he acts like it never happened.
What the fuck?
Wow.
John allegedly got kicked out of college for working in the cafeteria and stealing partial pallets of food and bringing them to his room. And like confidence stealing too, like grabbing them in his hands and just walking out with them to his dorm. It took them 3 months to find out he was doing this.
Fucking hell.
Dude, I actually feel like I just got fucking flashbanged. Like, I'm just staring. I'm literally, I'm staring at
5 years later. 8 years later, 7 years later. Who walks into Best Buy when I'm working there? None but John.
Still wearing the suit?
No, he was wearing like normal clothes, and he would come up to me all the time and talk to me about Bitcoin, how he like needs to buy a really expensive camera, cryptocurrency. I can't believe I have both of these people reoccurring in my life, and I don't want to deal with it anymore.
But you recognize that you deserve it, right?
I mean, yeah, the guy who came up with that name like took me out on his farm once to like hang out and play. I think it was like Madden or something, and he just kept bringing up. He knew I was like a liberal, so I was like his token liberal friend. And one conversation I remember with him is him just looking at me and being like, "So how do you really feel about the blacks?"
My lord.
I never talked to him.
You didn't
ever
clock
again.
That maybe you shouldn't be repeating the shit this dude
I
was saying?
never ever talked to him again after that. I was like, nope, I'm out of here. I was done.
Oh my god.
I told you it was a lot.
Yeah, dude, I feel I was like I noticed I was just staring at fucking my waveform as we were recording, and I was just not breathing for like so long. I was just
Mine was a
like,
flat line.
So, Brendan,
wow.
you don't have to answer how you feel about the blacks, but would you like to answer a question from one of our lovely patrons?
Oh wow, what a great segue. Fuck.
Lone Star Doge asks, would you rather live somewhere the sun never rises or somewhere the sun never sets?
Never sets.
Never said so.
Never rises, dude. You need nighttime all the time.
Eternal.
Night.
darkness.
I'm also
Never
not
sets.
gonna lie.
I need that.
I would go fucking crazy if I lived in.
Yeah, I need that
night.
vitamin.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what?
Sunny
I would
D,
probably.
baby.
You're saying that. I would probably go crazy too because I have to do light therapy during the winter.
We also can't live without the sun.
Yeah,
Watch
that's what light therapy is all about, baby.
Lone Star Doge has never seen the B movie, and it fucking shows.
What? Oh.
I don't know.
That movie didn't have anything to do with the sun.
Yeah, that has nothing.
Bees work for the sun, dumbass.
They work
No,
for.
Bees
Remember
work
when,
for the
remember when
sun?
Jerry Seinfeld says,
I thought they worked for themselves, and they
no, he
wanted.
says, is this what we're supposed to be? Slaves for the white man? And he points at everybody. That happens in the B movie.
Yeah, and then the one black lawyer just scoots
Yeah, he
his
scoots
chair away.
away. That movie is weird.
Where am I?
Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck? Just what's happening?
I don't know.
Other question. Let's go. Keep it going. What's the
Awesome
next one?
Sauce asks, with
Yay.
the inevitability of Mariah Carey right around the corner, do you guys love or hate Christmas music? Which song is your favorite
Fucking-
and or most hated?
Hate!
I love it so much. I started
7
playing.
years!
really-
If I have to hear parumpa pum pum one more fucking time, that's gonna be the sound that a gun makes at my fucking temple. I swear to God, little drummer boy's not gonna be drumming anywhere else,
allegedly.
but at my funeral, allegedly.
Nah, I like it better when Brendan.
I really
I like
like-
Christmas music.
I like the Michael Bublé Christmas album. I think it's very nice. He
You're a
has
fan of
great
Bublé?
voice.
You're
I
a
love
big fan of the
Bublé.
boobs?
Michael Bublé's a fucking Canadian treasure. He has an amazing voice. I love him.
Is Michael
Oh, he's
Bublé
Canadian?
Booba or
Yeah, he's
Kiki?
Canadian.
He's
Michael
a-
Bublé gives me Kiki vibes, but he has like Booba energy.
No, he's 100% a booba.
No, he has Kiki vibes sometimes. He has
You're
Kiki
wrong.
vibes. No, you know,
I mean, you're Canadian, so-
I feel like straight mom, gay dad is just Kiki and Booba.
No, I think the straight mom gay dad
In a
is
weird
a lot
way?
more defined than Kiki Booba. Because like I don't think we've
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had like people argue about whether someone is a Kiki or Booba or a fucking straight mom or a gay dad. Like typically if we say this dude's you're a straight mom, you're a gay dad, most people go
It's an
like,
immediate,
you were
like,
you were
yeah,
incredulous, you thought you were a gay dad, and then I just like looked at you and you were like, I know, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I fucking love Christmas music. I've already started playing it in the store. So our store hasn't
Wait,
started playing
you-
Christmas music yet.
You're evil. You're fucking evil. What the fuck, Corbin?
Yeah,
You
so
are.
I go to-
I actually want to talk to you less now.
Wow,
Oh no,
that's
I
so
fucking
mean.
I'm sorry that I enjoy the spirit. David's the one who just started
Yeah.
playing Michael Bublé.
Fuck you.
I'm a very festive
I'm
guy.
watching your Spotify, David.
Yeah, so I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be okay, fine. I'm gonna say it. Cold December Night is the greatest fucking Christmas song of the recent memory. Like, it's a great fucking song. You get it, you put it on, your mama likes it, your fucking grandma likes it, your aunties like it. Everybody's having a good time around the fucking fire, drinking alcohol, and having a good time opening presents. It's nice.
I hate Christmas.
My favorite Christmas
I-
song is Die Hard.
I like.
Shut the
I
fuck
just
up.
think
you.
it's weird how many punk bands have Christmas albums, and I fuck with that. And I don't.
It
it's
is weird.
Bizarre.
Fucking Bad Religion has
I was
really
about to
good
talk
one.
about bad. That's
The
my
Bad
favorite.
Religion,
Bad Religion's cover of fucking
really
White Christmas
good.
is my favorite Christmas song.
Mine is what was it?
I also really like Real Big Fish's Christmas album.
They
I like
had a
Adam
really good
Sandler's
one that was
Hanukkah
really-
album.
O Come Emmanuel from their Christmas album, the Bad Religion one, really
You
good,
guys should listen
really
to
good
the
track.
Bad Religion Christmas album. It's not bad.
Maybe
When are we
love
watching Eight
Christmas.
Crazy Nights?
Right now.
hell
No,
fucking no.
football is on.
I don't want to. I don't want to see poo poo deer. I'm good. I'm good seeing poo poo deer. Do we have another question or?
I'm looking.
Wait, what's Avery? Did you answer?
What? Yeah, I said my
Did you
favorite. I
answer
said
the
my
question?
favorite Christmas song is Die Hard.
Die Hard.
That's oh well, yeah, fine, okay.
Cameron says, until Wednesday, I'm free every day. Then I'm away for a week. Oh, wait. Shit.
Hey, thanks so much for listening. Here's a huge thank you to all our top patrons, such as Air109, Alan Diver, Alex Steer, Ben Chrismanic, Bike, Bongo Crust, Boopulu, Clayotic, Daxter092, Desperate Gothroy, Dreams of Ice, Ducky Madness, Eric Scott Gillies, Fang Jade, Generic Phoenix, Harry Norris, Inverted Van Man, Jeffrey Jangles, Kobe, Lone Star Doge, Lord Astro, Major Beast Jingles the 665th +1, Manuel Martinez, Mellow Wolf, Maya, Notoriety, Schizolingvo, Seawolf812, Shantanu Batia, Snake Asylum, Teague, Travis Vapes, Trevor Wood, William Oliver, Winchester Curse, and Zora Curel. Thanks so much for listening once again, and we'll see you next time.